What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about why men date unattractive women, part 2. When I answer questions, I can't say everything there is to be said about a particular subject. If I tried, the videos would all be 2 hours long. So I always have to choose an angle, the angle that will help the most people watching. Not necessarily the angle that addresses the exact question, but the most valuable idea I can pull from that question. So the point of this channel is to help the many thousands of people who are watching. So I usually choose questions that will help the largest amount of people. With that said, some pretty girls were a bit bent out of shape about my last video about the homely woman, or why men like unattractive women. Which is fine with me, because if everyone agrees with every word uttered from a man's lips, his are lying lips. Everyone won't agree, but that's not my aim anyway. I'm here to challenge thoughts. With that said, this video is a response to a very large number of specific types of responses and comments that I got on the first video of why men date unattractive women, or why they are willing to date unattractive women. Comments that lacked a certain level of awareness, or at least failed to respect the alternative realities. To be more clear, since I failed to explicitly say it, the main idea of that first video was that looks aren't everything and that you can have what you want if you make sound decisions with men, whether or not you're traditionally beautiful or considered homely. To the original question of why would a man choose to commit to homely, lazy, bad attitude having women? Should I just stop taking care of myself to get a man? I focused on the homely portion of that question more than the bad attitude or lazy part, because they seem to be more or less insults to the very specific woman who has the man that she might be interested in than thorough observations of who she was. Furthermore, anybody can be lazy and have a bad attitude and therefore less deserving of a person's love. Her main point in that question was homely, so that's why I focused on it. I never attacked beauty, I attacked vanity. So pretty girls writing me about how you're offended, please look inside yourself. For one video, your ass wasn't kissed and you didn't have a situational advantage over a homely woman. So you mad? Are you really upset because I pointed out some positive adaptations that I've witnessed from homely women I've met and known? Is it how dare I speak nicely of homely women, or how darely I not speak nicely of you in comparison? This video wasn't about tearing you down as beautiful women. It was about building the homely woman up, or anyone who considers themselves to be that, and teaching the beautiful woman that beauty will only get you so far, and that it doesn't entitle you to anyone's best. That entitlement to goodwill and love is exactly what I was rejecting in the first video. The idea that a woman you think is beneath you because she's less attractive somehow or another deserves less, and therefore will receive less. That if she accomplishes to find love, there must be something wrong with the man, or something must be wrong with her, or that she must be taking shit from him or being mistreated, and that's why he's with her. As if the women who are thought to be ugly can never truly be loved. Meaning, if we're honest, that you think homely women are less mentally and emotionally capable of making sound decisions or exercising self-love in their relationships. Because how else could she keep the love of a man that you believe is out of her league, or better suited for you? At least half of the comments explain that a homely woman either takes more shit because she is less valuable, or is chosen because she is less valuable and therefore an easier target for abuse. Or that she has somehow bribed a man into commitment with gifts and money, and demeaning relationship benefits. Or that the man was broken in some way to see a woman's humanity beyond her looks. That he must be weak or insecure if he has chosen her over a more beautiful woman. That he must be intimidated by beautiful women and therefore less valuable himself, and or he isn't a real man. Or that they are picking women that aren't a threat to their self-esteem because they are weak. Now listen, I can see that all of these things and ideas are versions of a truth. But the indignant conviction and the way that some of you expressed it made it clear that for you, it was the only truth. Contrarily, all of these truths about homely women and the men they attract are just as true about women considered to be more attractive. I know a lot of y'all didn't mean it badly, but here lies the issue in what you're saying. Bias isn't always malicious, but it is at times implicit and automatic. We hear so much about the patriarchy and the beauty standards of men thrust upon women, but these ideas are what you have given each other. Some of us just can't stand to share the light. Every good and decent human being is deserving of love, homely or not. Was it really too much to fathom that a man might just love his woman despite her not being very physically attractive to some others? Was it really too much to think that some men could possibly just not care as much about looks as they do other qualities to do with love? Or that they aren't controlled by their lust or vanity for other women? I didn't think I had to say this, but I will. Men who don't care about looks aren't automatically weak or have low self-esteem. That's some foolishness. I've dated a homely woman before because I thought she was amazing at the time. I don't mistreat women, I've never been weak, and I've never had low self-esteem. My self-esteem has been on 10 since I was 10 minutes old. A male subscriber who often watches my channel with his wife left a very long comment on the first Why Men Date Less Attractive Women video. In it, he explained why his wife is his one true love, despite her being what society might call, or some people might call, homely. The woman he described was perfectly imperfect, and seemingly a 10 out of 10. Go to that video and read his comment, which is pinned at the top, to hear from what obviously isn't a weak man. I'm really thankful for that brother sharing his perspective. Now with that said, I do want to acknowledge that yes, weak men do target women to misuse them, but not just the homely ones. Who's actually a target for abuse? Empaths, because they live to serve and help, which users love. Those with low self-esteem, pretty and homely, because they require less from their partners and give more. Naive women, because they always believe the lying lips. Attractive women, because of the primal level lust that they cause in men. And last but not least, the homely woman, because of the perceived desperation or scarcity mindset. Whether you're pretty or homely by societal standards, you can be targeted by weak, pathetic men. But you can also find healthy love. So if at some point in your life, or even now, a man has been having sex with you for a while and refused to commit, using you for your kindness and your resources, not loving you adequately, but also not moving on, the very fact that you've allowed that to happen for so long means that you have lower standards, or your self-esteem is suffering, or you are allowing mistreatment, or you are not a threat to his security, or you are an easy target. What some of you are noticing is, you're not necessarily homely, are you? So if you're attractive, then take that as a sign that looks aren't everything, especially if you're one of the people who left one of those comments with an indignant spirit. But please don't define homely women by these ideas, because that's bullshit. People forget that I'm a dating coach, so I talk to about 1,000 women a year in various forms. And I can tell you that the victims of abuse and mistreatment and being used come in all styles, shapes, and sizes. I know a lot of gorgeous women who fit the description of the weak women many of you are trying to frame out and describe a homely woman by. All this to say that if you want commitment or to be treated well, please tap into the qualities that you possess outside of looks and require that a man do the same if he's going to be in your life. Be offended, feel triggered, feel attacked by my videos if you must. But above all else, please just get the damn message. That's all I got for now. Follow me at KevVic24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.